And my question to you, Jay, and my question to everybody out there right now, what quarterback in the AFC right now, right? I'm not talking future, not talking Hall of Fame, this 2023 season, what quarterback in the AFC is playing better than Houston Texans rookie CJ Stroud? Jay, who's playing better in the AFC than from top to bottom, what quarterback in the AFC is playing better football than CJ Stroud right now?
It's a very interesting discussion, and I think you are making some good points. You didn't make any points, but let's go down the list. Mahomes? Not really, if we're being honest. He's not playing very well. Josh Allen's playing
better
terrible.
Than Stroud right now? We know he's better than Stroud, but is he's not playing better than Stroud right now?
Nope. Joe Burrow clearly not playing better than Stroud. He just lost to Stroud. Lamar Jackson, don't think we need to go down that. We just went down there. Justin Herbert?
No.
He actually played pretty well last night.
Well.
Like they lost, but he played. He made some big time throws in that game. But yeah, I mean, CJ Stroud probably playing a little bit better. Then, I mean, we can go further down the list. I think the question is, Ray, do you think he's playing better than Tua?
I think he's pretty playing good. From top to bottom the best quarterback in the AFC. I think from top to bottom, he's been the best quarterback in the AFC this season through 10 weeks of the NFL year. Now, will it continue? Will it last? I don't know. But right now, they're in a quarterback that I think is playing better football from top to bottom than CJ Stroud right now, who is a man on a mission. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and we actually talked about this game. Potentially, is there a chance for Houston to win this game? And we kind of like half-assed, dismissed it. 30-27, Houston Texans get it done. We said the 6.5 point total was a little too high.
Too many.
We were like, I don't know about that spread. And they did not cover, Jay. He was 23 for 39, 356, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He did lose 2 fumbles. So when you look at like the complete game, it wasn't his best performance. But if you watched it, I mean, dude, every throw. There was one, I believe it was a corner route to Tank Dell, and he's falling away, far hash, opposite sideline, just dart. And I'm like, my goodness, like this is it. Extending plays with his legs. It was a duel. It was an absolute heavyweight fight between those two quarterbacks. CJ Stroud, you know he likes to do his thing, the squabble. He came out squabbling and putting it to the Cincinnati Bengals, man. This Houston Texans team is legit, Jay. The Jacksonville Jaguars better watch out. This was a team that nobody thought would do anything. The Jacksonville better watch out. This team is for real, Jay. CJ Stroud, incredible, dog. He should get votes for MVP. He's not going to win it, but he should get a vote. I think the way that he's played this year, he's going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback and like one of the voted Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
Yeah, for sure.
Should be voted in Pro Bowl player. Man, what an awesome hit for the Houston Texans, man. To go through what they've been through the past couple of years, from the owner and McBride to Deshaun Watson to the draft and Lovie Smith. And think about it, man. Had they won that game and been picking 1 overall, who knows what they would have done, right? They kind of, who knows? You know, what if Houston picked number 1 and they took Bryce Young or something like that? So this is just he's playing out of his freaking mind.
I think we know how they'd look.
Man, it'd be crazy, man. He's playing out of his mind, no. Joe Burrow on the other side. He was good and bad. Like, he was good in the game. He kept him there, and then he had some bad throws, took some bad sacks. The QBR is low. He was good and bad. Tyler Boyd obviously dropped a game-winning touchdown, or would have been a game-winning touchdown pass in the end zone, and the Houston Texans went back down there and got it done. But, I think CJ Stroud outplayed Joe Burrow mano-a-mano in this matchup, and it was a fun game to watch, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of hit the nail on the head, and you go back to Joe Burrow navigating in the pocket, rolling left, and throwing a bomb to Jamar Chase, and you're like, oh boy, we got ourselves a ball game now, because the Cincinnati Bengals are not going away. And you thought, how does Houston navigate this? How does CJ Stroud navigate it? And yeah, he did it against Baker Mayfield, but now he's got to do it again against Joe Burrow, right? Continue to make plays for his team down the stretch. And it seemed like every time they needed to play, he made it, right? And I think this is where, when you look at what makes Joe Burrow so great, so successful, rallying the troops, making the big plays in the big moments, this was, I think, the comparison that we made with CJ Stroud. And if everything hit and everything came together the way we wanted it to, he could play like a Joe Burrow. And I think he's just about there now. Like, I think he's just about there to where we can confidently say, like, this guy's going to be a great quarterback for the near future. And in that conversation with Herbert, with Burrow, you know, we talked about, is he better than Lamar right now? Would you take him over Lamar right now last week? And I wasn't really there yet. I was like, maybe I would take Lamar. But, you know, another week goes by and I'm like, man, it's impossible not to love this kid. Like, impossible. He's just doing so much with what seems like so little, and he's been playing out of his mind. Out of his mind. So, great game from Stroud, great game from everybody, honestly, but to see him outduel Burrow like that on the road, absolutely phenomenal performance from CJ Stroud.